Konnichiwa, snitches. I'm B, and this is Broke Takuza, and it has been a while since I've talked to you guys on camera, but I'm back, and I will be doing a year wrap-up about anime very soon, and I'll also be bringing you guys more anime comic dubs in the future. I'm glad you're enjoying them, but today we're going to be talking about PlayStation VR, which has had a hell of a year. In such a short time, PSVR has gone from a struggling fad to a legitimate contender to a bona fide must-have for all PlayStation owners. This Christmas season is an incredible time to jump on the VR bandwagon because I've seen some insane Black Friday deals on PlayStation VR bundles to help you jump right into the fold. Some offering 2 games and 2 Move controllers along with the headset and camera for around $200 to $250, which is just crazy to me. So if you've been hesitant to pull the trigger, I'm here to tell you that now is the perfect time. And if you want to know where to start, these are my picks for the top 5 PSVR games that you should buy this holiday season. Starting at number 5, we have Moss. Moss has been dubbed the Zelda of VR, which is a lofty but well-deserved comparison thanks to its clever combination of action and puzzles, along with a surprisingly and undeniably lovable main character who happens to be a mouse by the name of Quill. Your mission is to help Quill rescue her uncle from an evil snake who has taken over the kingdom. Now, what I like most about Moss is that it incorporates third-person perspective in a way that doesn't take away from the immersive nature of first-person VR, which in my opinion is also a great way to mitigate motion sickness. Now, while you don't see directly through the eyes of Quill, you're still very much a part of the experience in a sort of co-op adventure as you control her and work together to solve obstacles along the way. It's a breathtaking story and a wonderful experience, and you have to add this one to your library. Now on to number 4, Firewall 0 Hour. Now, I'm definitely not the biggest fan of shooters, and that's mainly because I'm terrible at them, but I had to grab an aim controller and see what all the fuss was about, and I'm glad that I did. It's a simple 4-on-4 attacker versus defender team shooter, but the VR implementation takes this game's intensity to another level. Communication is key, and teamwork is crucial to your success in this game, all the way down to weapon selection. Like I said, I was never into shooters to begin with, but after playing Firewall, I honestly don't think I can go back to playing flat shooters. This is a turning point in VR, and if you're worried about being late to the party, there are new players joining the community every day, so expect the lobbies to be well populated for a long time. Now for number 3, the long-awaited Beat Saber. This game really needs no introduction. I mean, it's lightsabers combined with a music rhythm game, and that's all that needs to be said. Beat Saber has been at the top of every PSVR owner's wishlist for months ever since its release on other platforms. We've had to sit back while Vive and Oculus owners upload videos of themselves playing this game with custom tracks, but finally, just in time for the holiday, Beat Saber has come to PlayStation. The only knock against the game has been its lack of music variety, but the creators of the game have promised DLC packs, so those of us who don't want to just smash blocks to EDM music all day will be getting treated to a more diverse song lineup in the very near future. At number 2, I'm going with Resident Evil 7. We're coming up on 2 years since RE7's release date, but it is still a definitive VR experience. In my opinion, Resident Evil 7 is the epitome of horror gaming, such to the point that I personally still have not worked up the nerve to complete this game, despite owning it for the better part of the nearly 2 years it's been out. It's truly terrifying and easily the scariest of the franchise, thanks in large part to its VR element. And to be able to transfer the entire game to VR is a hell of a feat in itself. I said earlier that Firewall 0 Hour was a turning point for VR, but Resident Evil 7 is largely responsible for setting the standard and legitimizing the medium and paving the way for so many great games that have come after. And finally, at number 1, of course, is Astrobot Rescue Mission. I remember seeing this game being demoed at a local electronics store here in Tokyo, and just watching it being played on the TV really doesn't do this game justice because I wasn't at all wowed by what I saw. But when I got home and played the demo myself, I fell in love with this game in like the first 30 seconds of playing it. I had to make my wife give it a try, and she hates VR, but after playing the first level, she was the one asking if we could buy the full game. It's that good. Studio Japan knocked this one out of the park, and it lives up to every bit of hype that it received. While the other 4 games on this list might appeal to different tastes, Astrobot is the game that every PSVR owner should have and will love. If Moss is the VR Zelda, then Astrobot is VR Super Mario, and to me it has set a new standard for what VR could and should be. The environments are breathtaking, and the way the DualShock controller gets repurposed into different tools, such as hook shots or water hoses, as you progress, is another way that this game has rewritten the blueprint for VR going forward. Well, those are my choices. If you're a PSVR owner as well and you have a suggestion on what to grab this year, feel free to drop it in the comments below. And if you're looking to pick up a PlayStation VR as a way to help fulfill your New Year's resolution of getting back in shape, much like myself, then click up here to check out my top 5 PSVR workout games, and I promise you will break a sweat. I will be back with another video very soon, I promise, but until then, sayonara, suckers.